How you doing, people? This is Tommy Charles coming to you from Heaven and Trinity's Boutique at 931 East Market Street, York, Pennsylvania. 17403 is the zip code. Area code 717-219-8700 is the telephone number. And I'm coming to you because of another video that I want to do. Another positive video, informational. That's the video that I believe that have just good information on here for you. And I want to talk about children. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because my oldest daughter, who is in high school, came to me and she mentioned something to me that I didn't even have a clue that she was thinking, or I didn't have a clue that she felt that way. But we were able to talk about it, and I was able to give her an understanding to let her know that what she was thinking and what she felt wasn't true. And I think this is something that you should do with your children. A lot of times you may not know what to ask them because you don't know what they're thinking if they don't let you know what they're thinking. I know when I was coming up, when it came down to my mother or just adults, period, the way that I felt, I kept it inside. People that I knew that was my age, other children that was my age, they knew more about me or how I felt and what was in my heart and what was in my mind more than my mother or any other adults, because I felt uncomfortable around adults when I was a child. I didn't feel comfortable with adults. I didn't feel like one of the most uncomfortable feelings that I remember having as a child was to be in the car with just me and another adult driving. I would just sit in that back seat and just be quiet, wouldn't say a word, because I felt uncomfortable around adults when I was a child, and when I was a child coming up. So there's a lot of things and also because of the amount of abuse that I took verbally and physically as a child, maybe too that caused me to be an introvert when it came down to adults. And that's one of the main reasons I know why I didn't have open communication with my mother coming up. And so it was a very terrible situation coming up. So I thrived myself on when I had children. First of all, when I was a teenager, I didn't even want to have children. And I say this over, I didn't want to have children, not because I didn't like children, but I didn't want to be the cause of a person that brought children into this evil, this wicked, and this sinful world. And I just didn't want to bring anyone into this world and they would have to face all these adversities, all this oppression, this persecution, this prejudice. I just didn't want them to face all of that. So I never wanted to have children because of that. But that all changed because I have children and I love them and I wouldn't trade them for the world. And I did my best to kick a lot of knowledge, to a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to my children. And my sons are grown, and now even to my daughters. But me and my son, we always talk, about a lot of things. And I do know about my children the words and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I imparted into them while they were coming up since children, that it did stick with them. So I thank the Most High for that. So I thrived on having a relationship with my children, not just them knowing me as their father and seeing me come and go and from a distance, but I know a close up relationship. Let them know, hey, I love you. And I always open up my life, my heart, my mind to them so they can understand who I am as a person. But still, when we even do all that we can do, we still have things that we have to work on. You understand what I'm saying? Things that we have to work on. And one thing I thrived on myself with my children is never to abuse them, to always show them love, always. And there's times that I had to correct them, times that I had to chastise them, You know what I'm saying? Take this away, that away, put them on punishment. And I've always gave them an understanding of why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. I still love you. I still let them know I still love you, but it's my responsibility as your father to discipline you when you're wrong because you're a child. You need guidance. You don't understand this world. You don't understand everything that we have to go through. So I've been on this earth almost 60 years, almost 30 years, 20 years, whatever the time was during that time. But almost 60 years now. And I'm not ashamed. I thank the Most High for that. But my daughter came to me and we were eating at a restaurant. And, my daughters know they can talk to me, just like my sons know that you can always come and talk to me about anything. And we're going to talk, we're going to talk. And I'm going to tell you, because I love you, I'm not your enemy. And everything I tell you is always going to be for you, the betterment of you mentally and wisdom-wise or whatever. So I let my children know that because I'm your father, I'm your blood, and I'm not going to do you wrong. So I took the things that I didn't have coming up as a child. I didn't know my father. I didn't know what he liked. I didn't know him like that. I heard things through my mother and the church that I went to, the pastor that grew up with them, that went to school with them at Northwestern High School off of Grand River and the Grand Boulevard. But all they kicked about him was negative. He was this and told me all the bad situations about him. That's all they told me. They never told me about the good things about him. So I don't believe in imparting negativity into a child about their parents. Nor have I ever taught bad to my children to my children about their mother. Never, ever. So I learned and saw the stupid stuff and the ignorant and the stupid stuff that I saw that adults did when I was a child coming up. I thrived myself on not being that when I became an adult and dealt with my children accordingly. So before I start the video in that and tell you the question of what my daughter said to me, I'm going to showcase a couple of things, as I always like to do, to let you know a couple, what we have here, what's here at Heaven and Trinity's Boutique. To let you know also that Heaven and Trinity's Boutique, they're named after my daughters, Heaven and Trinity. So I want to show you, I'm going to just bring this out, show you a little something that that I have at Heaven and Trinity. This is a nice sexy dress for a woman right here. Real silky, feeling. It's real nice design. It was a young lady, I had to tell you, a young lady came in and she purchased, it was a different color. I have a few of these of different colors. Same style dress, but a different color. And she let me know that she was in Walmart and she didn't realize that this dress was kind of see-through, that you can see through the material because it's like a smooth, soft, the dress that that lays on you. It's the material that lays on you. It's not stiff. The material to this dress isn't stiff. And she said she was in Walmart and she said a man came to her and said that, I could see through your dress. And she let me know, she said she wasn't ashamed or whatever, but she went in the dressing room back there and she tried the dress on. And she asked me why I didn't say anything. But I was behind the counter right here and she was standing over there looking at the mirror. So from my distance to her distance, I couldn't tell that you could see through the dress, because if I was able to see that or to know that, I definitely would have told her that, make sure when you wear your dress that you have a slip on, or whatever, the women wear that that the person won't be able to, people won't be able to see. So, that's what I told the lady when she came, the young lady when she came and told me, but I wouldn't, if I would have saw it, definitely I would have told her. Just like when a woman come into the store and she tries something on, whether it's sunglasses, an outfit or whatever, and they usually come out the dressing room and they'll come and they'll ask me, how do it look? And if it doesn't look right on them, I say it, because I'm not desperate for a sale. I'm going to be honest. I don't want anybody to come here. Number one, I don't want to have a bad reputation for my store, for this store. I want it to be a good reputation, so a store of standards and of its words. So if a person come out and I just want to make it say, oh, that looks pretty on you, and she go out there and she look like a clown, and people start telling her, oh, they don't like that, then anyway, that person is not going to want to come back to this store. And I would love to have repeat customers. So if somebody try on a pair of sunglasses, a hat, or whatever, a watch or whatever, or a handbag or whatever, does this go together? Do I look all right in this? And if it doesn't, I'll say, nah, that don't look right on you. Or if they hold two outfits up and they ask me, which one do you like best? And I'll tell them the one that I like best. You know, and I thrive myself also on being true and real with customers. So I want to showcase this nice little sexy dress right here. That's very nice and pretty. It's form fitting, I should say, but it's a material that lays on the skin. It's not stiff. Sexy. Also, let me showcase something else. Showcase this. This is a nice skirt. I like this skirt. This is a very nice, flexible skirt that it's not stiff at all. It feels like it's very comfortable, just like the dress that I just showed you. So I like this print. Like it come down to the ankle. Like I sell stuff in the store that real women, you want to come to this store and buy. You know, this is the store for grown-ups. A store for grown women. So as you can see, the wavy got the little rough, not the ruffles, but the pleats like coming down in the dress, and it's I could tell that it's comfortable. So when a woman move, this dress is going to be one of these. I mean, this skirt right here is going to be a skirt of comfortable. Make a woman comfortable and feel comfortable, because it's lightweight. That's why number one is lightweight, and then it's not something that's going to be like stiff on the individual, you know. So a woman will have this on and feel very comfortable. It's the spandex. It's kind of a band right here, and I think this is a pretty dress. To go with a black top or whatever, you'll look very sexy in this, young lady. They look very sexy. So I wanted to showcase these things to you and let you know the couple things that we have that's here at Heaven and Trinity's Boutique. Now, this is what the video is about, and what I want to explain to you in the video is, and it shocked me, but my daughter came to me and she said, Daddy, because I have two daughters. I have a daughter that's in middle school and another daughter that's in high school. And my daughter in high school told me, she said, Daddy, you like Trinity better than me. And I was like, huh? I say, no, baby. I say, that's not it. That's not it. So I had to explain their personalities. So this is the deal. My oldest daughter is more of an introvert when it comes to, and she's moody, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, sometimes I could come home and my daughter, she want to talk my ear off. I'm talking about my oldest daughter, and this is what I explained to her. You know, what she want to talk my ear off, because every day I come home, I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, Heaven, hey, Trinity, baby, what up, though? You know, I'll say something like that. That's a saying we used to say coming back in Detroit. It started in the early 80s. I remember when it first started. I remember a fella named KK. He came to us. We was all out there talking, and in the street talking, throwing the football and all that. And he came to me. He said, "Man, guess what the word is gonna start being? Everybody gonna start saying." And I said, we was like, "What's up? What everybody gonna start saying?" And he said, "What up, though?" We was like, "Man, come on, get out of here! Ain't nobody gonna go around start talking about no what up, though." What up, though? You know, so for sure enough, not that long after that, before the summer was over, we started hearing different people saying, "What up, though?" But what up, though? You know what I'm saying? So that's something that started in Detroit. You know, I've never been a person of slang. But my daughter she's more introverted and she's moody. So when I come home, I'll be like, what up, though, heaven? You know, what's up, baby girl? You know, some days she want to talk my ears off and talk, but the next day or 2 days later, she, you know, hi, dad. You know what I'm saying? She's dry or she'll speak like, I don't want to be bothered. So I'm the individual. I give my daughters, and I gave all my children, I give them that respect. You know, say, well, if they don't feel like being bothered, then I'm not going to bother them. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them have their space. That's how I am. Where my youngest daughter is more, every time I come in, hey, dad, how you, dad? And she always showing me something, and she always talking. You know what I'm saying? So through that type of relationship, my oldest daughter always thought that I like my youngest daughter better, and that's not the case. So that's why I explained to her. I said, every time you want to talk to me, don't I talk? We laugh. I say, and I let her know. I say, you know, you're moody at times. So if you don't feel like talking, I'm not gonna say, hey, you talking to me anyway. We gonna talk today. We gonna talk right now. No, I'm not gonna be like that. So I explained that to her, I'm not gonna be like that. You sent me a message that you don't want to be bothered right now, so I'm going to let you have your space. I love you, and I tell you, I love you and Trinity equally. When you come to me and you want something, I buy you. When I buy you both. I give you, when I hug y'all, that's plenty of times, countless times, I gotta have them both right here, and I kiss them both according to the age. I say, let me kiss Heaven first. She's the oldest, and then I kiss Trinity. You know, I do that, and I bring it. So I brought a lot of things to my daughter's attention, and she, you know, had the knowledge. Like, yeah, because I had to let her know that no, I love you all. You know, Trinity, when she comes to me talking, I talk to her. We gonna laugh. She wanna laugh, talk. When you come to me talk and laugh, that's what I do. You know, Heaven Trinity had just more has an outgoing spirit, and she talks and she communicates with me the same basically every day. And Heaven is just more like, you know, she may want to talk my ears off for the 2 days straight, then the next 3 days or 2 days or the next day, she, hey, yeah, dad, hi, you know. So I'll be like, hey, baby, you know, and I'll let her have her space. So that's the situation. So I explained that to her. But it's very important when you have children, you love them equally. And if you and you ask me if you don't love children, then don't have children. That's what I say. If you're going to abuse your children, then don't have children. If you can't love your children equally, then don't have children. Because who you lay with, who you have sexual intercourse with, when that child, when that baby, and when that infant is born, as it grows and becomes a toddler, a young child, a young boy or girl, a young man or woman, he or she are going to have the traits of you and whoever you laid down with. And also medical situations is going to grow. So that's why it's very important to choose who you lay down with. And also, if you can't love that child, then don't have them. Refrain from sex. And that's what I want to come to you with today. Don't abuse your children. If you have children, love them. If you can't love them, then don't have them. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So that's my message, and that's my video to you today. Love your children equally. Whether it's a boy or girl, whatever the situation is, love them. And if you can't, then don't have them. And then if you don't have them, then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about being discrimination within your own family and against your own children, because every child that's born needs love. Every child, just like you have emotions and feelings, that child, your children have emotions and feelings also. So to me, a person with the evil heart